Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 4 of season 3 of The Expanse. The last episode, for the love of God. So, like, the episode previous was like really high adrenaline rush, space battle, just, everything was going at high speed. And then this one, it was a lot of arguing and it was a lot of debating. And 2 million people died. 2 million people died. So Aaron Wright got the Secretary General to finally agree after one attempt, but on the second attempt to actually fire upon these platforms that Mars has that has all these missiles, these planet busters. They got one off. They got a missile off and it killed 2 million people. So it seemed like in the moment, Aaron Wright was kind of upset about it. Not like upset, but like you could see like a little bit of a shock on his face. But then after it hit, there was a little smile that kind of played on his lips a little bit. And I don't know if that was planned, like if he was okay sacrificing 2 million lives so the Secretary General would look bad. I would hope that that wasn't the case. Or he could just kind of see like the chess pieces being moved. He's like, well, I'm not going to get in trouble for this. He is. And if the Secretary General gets in trouble for it, well, I mean, Aaron Wright's an undersecretary. So like, what if the Secretary General like resigns? Does that mean that like Aaron Wright is then in charge? Or would that be Christian? Or because Christian isn't on planet? Like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happens when somebody kills 2 million people without having 100% chance that something was going to work. And, he had the conversation with Anna, and I don't know what happened, and I'm sure we'll learn about the 37 people that died, but this was way more than 37 people. And she was really wanting him to stop trying to justify the war as like a holy crusade or like something that was above just winning. And really ultimately that's what he wants to do is just beat Mars. But Aaron Wright really wants to beat Mars. Aaron Wright really wants a war. It's so weird how much he wants a war. Like I feel like like politicians and people in this position, like their job is to avoid it at all costs. It's just me. So when they want it, like I don't know what good comes of 2 million people being killed besides his ascension in the ranks. But I do know that after he spoke with Anna and pretty much was like, yeah, if you would just let him do it the first time, then this wouldn't have happened, and kind of like makes her feel a little bit guilty for talking the Secretary General out of it. Which I feel like her and Aaron Wright are gonna be like butting heads a lot. And I love that because she is an eloquent speaker. She's like Christian, where she can kind of see how she's being played a little bit. She can kind of see the moves that they're making. Maybe it's not as well as Christian, because let's face it, Christian's been in the game for a long time, and Christian knows these men very well. But you can see that Anna, like she knows how to pivot. She knows how to she knows how to turn a phrase to kind of make your little feelers go up and go, she's got a point. I love it. I love it, especially at Aaron Wright's expense. Let me just tell you, Sean Doyle, he plays a jackass so well. Like I like the character of Aaron Wright because of like what he's doing. And I like that he's like, he's not just like evil and twisting a mustache. Like there's depth there. And I like him as a character, and I love the way Sean Doyle plays him. Souther and Katoa kind of have a chat about Christian because Nguyen tries to sell that, Christian is a traitor to Earth. That she is selling secrets to Mars. She's behind everything with Mao. And Aaron Wright tries to do the same thing with the Secretary General, like kind of like saying like she's got like this underground thing going on. And Souther, as much as he does not like Christian because there is no love lost between those two whatsoever, he knows that she is true to Earth. Earth has always been first. And there's no way she would turn her back on Earth. There's no way she'd be involved in anything like this. So he wants to talk to Katoa, and him and Katoa kind of have this little back and forth about like Mao, Ehrenreich, what went down uh, with Mao, and kind of that Christian's alive. Obviously Cotillard is not going to say like she's on the Razorback, like he's not going to say those things. But Souther is now more in the know, and I don't think he trusts Nguyen. I don't think he likes Nguyen. I don't blame him. I don't really like Nguyen either. So I think that the next couple episodes we're going to I'm hoping that we see Cotillard more involved because I love Cotillard, but kind of see them trying to take back control of the Agatha King. And incidentally, the Agatha King is on their way to Io. Speaking of Io, there's a couple scenes with Jules Pierre Mao and May. And at first I was just like, haha, she looks like your daughter, suck it. And like he really does have sympathy when he actually has the kids in front of him and he's presented with the way that he's getting this weapon. And it doesn't really sit right with him. And he does see, the picture of Julie up on the screen. And I'm not sure if it's just Julie or if he actually cares about kids more so than Strickland does. That's for damn sure. But after Katoa kind of goes like into goblin mode, goes into hybrid mode, he like pretty much tells like Strickland, like, we're done, shut everything down, which I don't think Strickland's going to do. I don't think anybody was just like, oh yeah, Strickland's just going to turn off the lights and, lock the door behind him and be like, well, that was fun. That's not going to happen. But Strickland did mention that letting the kids play together kind of helps lower their cortisol levels, which, I mean, I just had a finger prick test this week to test my cortisol levels. I might be a little stressed. But I was then thinking, like, I wonder if, like, cortisol, like, if it hurts, like, the body, like, if it can make the protomolecule take over because, like, like, stress makes it easier for you to become sick, right? Your cortisol levels are higher, therefore it's easier for you to have an illness, or if you have a virus, or like my allergies have just been like nuts, right? And I feel like that was said for a reason, and it might be because of my blood test, but I'm wondering if that was why Katoa kind of went into his little fit. And I've been watching a lot of Ghostbuster 2 reactions. So I think the pink slime reacting to emotions might have also kind of gotten a little inception into my brain. And now I'm putting things together that don't belong in here. So I'm probably wrong, but theories. Also on our way to Io is the Rocinante crew, with Bobby and Christian, and they're traveling as one big happy family. No. Bobby and Alex kind of go toe to toe. Her and Holden have it out. She almost met the business end of Amos's wrench. That would have been interesting to watch. Christian and Naomi, wow, there is no love lost there whatsoever. Between Christian saying, cry me a river if you could even appreciate it, and Naomi pretty much like telling her like she's going to do everything she can to stop her from getting the protomolecule for Earth. I mean, there was like Naomi leaning forward to like talk into Christian's face. Like, God, I love the women on this show. There's not one besides Pizza Doctor that I don't like. Pizza Doctor can, oh, well, she is dead, actually. So I'm not upset. But like there are so many fucking awesome women on this show. Whether you like them or you don't, or they're around for a brief moment, they're awesome. Now, Christian and Holden also bicker about the protomolecule. He's just over it. And she's trying to tell him like, no, you need to be the hero. You need to be this white knight. And it's she's very much trying to appeal to his like quixotic nature, as it were. And whether or not it actually works on Holden is kind of TBD, because sometimes with him it's not immediate. Like he did share with her the information about the hybrid and showed her, video footage of them fighting them and like Bobby being amazed by it. But when she says, Aaron Wright wants to release this and wreak havoc on Mars, the look on Alex's face was just like, and I think like him and Bobby will get along if it means that like, they can protect Mars, Because as much as Bobby could be mad at Mars for what they did to her, it's not all of Mars. It's not the entirety of Mars. Because she still was pissed about the Martian flag being defaced on the bulkhead. Oh, Amos. But I still feel that like her loyalty is that if Mars is in trouble, she will fight for Mars. Because she's not going to fight for Earth. She will fight for Christian in the moment, but I don't know if her long-term loyalty would be like for Christian and for Earth. I think she just wants to do what's right. Which I think at least one of our characters have said this, they just want to do the thing that's right, which is why Naomi wants to help, Alex and getting this Martian ship, and Holden wants to help the belt, and that's probably for his love for Naomi, but like everyone wants to like help the places that each other is from because they're family. They're like a true family. They bicker like family. They make up like family. I hope that they remain a family. I know that Naomi wants to leave. She really wants to go to Tycho. Everybody else wants to go to Io. I don't believe Naomi's leaving now that Christian's on the ship. Like, she is fixed on Christian. She's going to make sure that Christian gets nothing. And what's interesting is that Christian was really upset that Fred Johnson has a sample of protomolecule. But then when, her and Naomi are having back and forth, Christian's like, fine, nuke Io. We all want the same thing. We want the protomolecule gone. She did kind of question whether or not he would keep the scientists and the research and data cores and like all that stuff, and a sample, I'm sure. But and then Amos is like nuke it all. But I'm wondering if she really does want a sample or not. And if she's just saying Io, like, yeah, go ahead and blow it up if you want, as like maybe like a little bit of a deflection. little bit of a like, look over here because I said this, like no, I'm on your side. I'm wondering if that was the case. I don't really think Christian wants a sample per se, but I don't think she wants Earth without a matched weapon. Now, we didn't get anything on Dawes or Fred Johnson, drummer, nothing about the Navoo, and nothing about Venus. We need an update about Venus because like I didn't catch it, and I'm not going to tell people that I'm like super smart, but until somebody had mentioned in the comments that when the Arbogast kind of blew apart, it was made to look like a diagram, and it was almost like the protomolecule broke it apart to study it like a diagram. I think it was an engineer actually who said like it's an engineer's dream to see this. And it's really interesting because I feel like the more it learns, it could maybe learn more about human nature, and maybe like especially with consciousness and even more data. Like I'm wondering like if the children in their innocence like have an effect also in the protomolecule being inside of the hybrids. Like I just if it talks to each other, like it has to pick up on the nature of children and playing and having fun and innocence and having like feelings of like missing your dad. Like I feel like that has to be a thing. Or maybe I'm hoping that it's a thing. I'm just hoping that like the protomolecule, because we don't understand it yet, we keep trying to make weapons out of something that we don't understand, and it is understanding us more and more every time we fuck around with it. So I'm just hoping that it understands and it learns empathy and sympathy and love. I'm hoping, right? That kiss between Miller and Julie can't be for nothing, right? That out of place kiss. So where is this going? Is Christian going to Io? Is she going to get aboard the Agatha King? Is Nguyen still going to be in control of it by the time that happens? If it happens, are Kotiar and Souther, whatever, are they going to get control back of the Agatha King? Is the Agatha King going to make it to Io? What will the fallout be of the 2 million that died because of that missile? What's going to happen to the secretary? What? I mean, there were already protests. How is Anna going to spin it? Will she spin it? Is she even going to be on his side? I still have to learn about the 37. I don't know what that means. We know about the 52, so I guess tell us about the 37. What is happening with Katoa? What's happening with May? What's happening with Mao? Where's Strickland? Is someone going to stop him? So many questions I don't believe will be answered. And when they do, there's just going to be a crap up of even more. God, I love this show. I love it so much. Okay, guys, episode 4. Let's get into it. And my other necklace broke. I normally wear my pentagram, which I get a lot of shit for. But I am wearing a molecule. It's caffeine. It's very near and dear to me. It's very necessary, but with my cortisol issue, it might have to go away. I am trying alternatives to coffee. I'll let you know how that goes. Oh, that's a lot of ships all together. Are they going to war? Those are Martian ships, yes? Oh, built her salvage fleet. Oh, I love that. Hey, there's a girl.
For 1,000 meter. Ready to draw.
But that is an awesome shot of her, by the way. Oh my god, this is so cool. This is the shit I love seeing. You don't ever get to see shit like this. They're salvaging this big ass ship. I love it. And can I just say that the music in this show is amazing. I'm a big fan of music. I think it's a main character all the way. Now, I didn't nudge Eros, right? Like, there's no protomolecule hiding out on this thing. If I'm correct, this is before Amazon bought the rights to the show and put money into it. So, like, this looks very expensive.
To Sharuda burn sequence. Let's get in turn.
I love this so much. I am so amazed by this show. Was that supposed to happen? I love her. She's so fucking cool. She's just got a presence on screen. She really does. Just turn the lights on. Go home.
We have secured the nozzle. We'll begin retrofit immediately.
Coolest opening yet. Oh, then there's that. Battlefield debris. En route to Io. Wow. That's fucked up.
You okay?
No, he's not okay. Did you just see what he saw?
I was wondering if I knew any of these people.
Yeah.
We need a resupply.
By Robin Graves.
I feel the same way, but what else can we do?
Dead people don't
Yeah,
need
no,
stuff.
it makes sense. Oh, Amos. He's not wrong. Ooh.
It's the skin of my enemy.
I guess that makes this the skin of my ex. Naomi gave us these. They'll let us read news feeds, talk to the crew, but no communications beyond the ship.
Didn't they train you to bend people to your will?
I can't even make you do what I want, and you're half my size. I'm betting he won't let you issue orders to an admiral over his radio.
I get the impression he won't be able to ride the fence for long. Let's give him a push.
Yep, that's what she's good at. Pushing. 100%. She will appeal to his nature, that quixotic nature of his.
Amos, they're manufacturing these things. Twisting humans into monsters on purpose. How could you do that to another person?
Right?
You and I had very different childhoods.
I imagine so. Yeah.
Look, I needed to believe if that was May on the hull. Helping a killer would be the worst thing that I could ever do. I don't know if that's true anymore.
Oh. Now it'd be an act of mercy, I'm sure. I knew that that's why he couldn't throw that nuke. Oh. A hole through a ship makes me think of shed.
You know, I'm gonna go and make something nice for everyone when they get back.
Oh, with love.
I used to know this fantastic recipe for red kibble.
Red kibble.
A Belter staple, hot and spicy.
What I meant was, that's really nice.
Trying to appeal to him. I like how Amos's name is on the side of his toolbox. Is someone still alive? Is it Morse code?
SOS.
Yeah.
Someone's alive in here.
Oh my.
So they're stripping out dead and you're okay with this?
Nobody asked you.
Ooh.
They might have found some survivors, and if we hadn't been stripping the dead, we wouldn't have.
Blister seal is good. We're pressurized.
Oh. I don't want Alex to see any of this. Hey, kiddo. He's just a baby.
I knew Mars wouldn't leave us behind.
Oh. Baby boy. It's not all just Mars.
I'm wondering, could this have been avoided?
Mm-hmm.
Of course I am. What kind of person would want something like this?
Mars wanted it,
No, they did not.
but this is what they've wanted for decades.
It's what you wanted for decades.
You wrote a wonderful speech. You should be front and center.
We must not shy away from this or pretend otherwise. And that, I must tell you, with the greatest sorrow, is the truth that Mars has turned away from. Given a chance to transcend
not her
our
speech.
history, Mars has instead, which is actually no more than a justification for war and violence.
Aaron Wright, you are so good.
Thank you for your help.
Oh my god, I want him. I just want him to have a major fall from grace.
How are you feeling?
Oh, Katoa, baby.
Attempting to reassess.
Whoa. Whoa.
You are doing great.
I think you may have received your last injection. You're gonna be fine.
So beautiful.
You certainly are.
Oh my god.
I'd almost given up.
Oh, they did survive.
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah. It was some time.
You're out of uniform.
Oh, that is not the person you want to say that to, son.
That's a Tachi jumpsuit. This is the Tachi.
You're James Holden.
All right, easy guys.
This is a stolen Martian ship.
It's our boat now.
Do not test Amos. Please.
How are they?
Welcome to go in. Might make them feel better to see one of their own.
I'm not sure they see me that way now.
Oh.
It looks upon this terrible and miraculous moment, and they see it as an opportunity to revisit and...
Oh. Okay. That
Bouncy
intrigued
girl made
Christian.
food. You hungry?
What?
Food? You put it in that big hole in your face? Good talk.
Was it too spicy? Jeez, Prax.
There's nothing else here.
Our engineer calls this stuff red kibble.
Belter food.
When?
If Mars loses this war, there might not be a home left to return to.
3 more soldiers, not gonna change that.
Ooh. Fair.
The ship might.
Maybe we're not enough to make a difference, but I'm not gonna hide out here while everyone I give a shit about burns back home.
At least those other two had the decency not to wear that uniform.
Excuse me?
Oh.
I earned the right to wear this long before you were ever born, Junior. I did my 20, son. I'm honorably discharged. I'm a civilian now.
We're at war. No one's a civilian now.
Okay, all right, kids. Enough's enough. All right, settle down. I said settle down.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Seriously? Oh, Bobby, come in here and kick their ass.
We're taking the ship.
No, you're not. Not for 1 second do I think that's gonna happen.
I just saw the UN Secretary General. The man's always been a fucking bobblehead. But tonight I saw something else. I saw Deputy Enright speaking through his mouth. And that man is not a fool.
Mm-mm.
Let me send her this message. If she brings it to the Secretary General, it'll show him who his deputy really is.
Do it, Holden.
Please help me stop it.
It's for Earth, Holden. Come on.
Find us a router to bounce the titanium off of. Something that can't be traced back to us.
Thank you for being the man your mother knows you are.
Sending a message. Nothing more.
You can't trust her.
And I can trust you? I understand what she is. I'm gonna help Amos with the supplies.
Wow. That stings. But it's also true.
Alex, can we take a look at the drive balancing real quick?
Donkey balls. Oh.
Sorry.
I can't abandon two of my crew. I know you understand that.
I'm starting to feel a little bit ungrateful.
Oh. Where's Bobby? I need Bobby to whoop these asses. Oh. Oh my God. Did Holden just kill somebody with his bare hands?
Sino, go see if Randolph's okay.
I think he's still alive. Didn't know where the ammo was.
I just sent out the master alarm, which means you have between now and whenever my mechanic gets back.
You should believe him on that. Or maybe I should just shoot this
Yeah.
guy. There's a version of this where nobody shoots anybody. Let's try for that one.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
So what's all the ruckus?
Are they gonna stop because it's her, or are they going to want to... I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a pass because you're young and stupid. But keep pointing that thing at me and I'm gonna take it away from you.
You think you can?
That's recon gear. Lofty, she could force feed you that gun if she wanted to.
I prefer
Yes.
it didn't come to that. Okay, I get it. I do. All your friends are dead and this feels like a way to honor them.
I want.
You want to fight the enemy, I know. But I learned a while back that the hardest part of this game is figuring out who the enemy really is.
It really is the hardest part.
I don't want to die here.
So what then?
Put the fucking gun down and live to find out.
Agreed. Oh, just in time.
Shit. Did I miss it?
Because you know Amos would have taken care of business quick. No words would have been minced.
You snapped your fingers and I am right back to following you around, mopping up the blood.
What the world needs right now
You
is
don't
a
get to
fight-
speak to me! Not ever again. And you didn't need to be his hand puppet. You could have been better than this. You should have been more than this. I used to believe that there was a decent
poetry.
somewhere inside you, buried under all that ambition. I'm sorry I was so wrong.
I love her. Oh, man.
That plus the CO tanks we gave him should be enough to get him back to their fleet.
That's kind.
It's nice to be working on something that's easy to repair.
Yeah,
Can't repair that family, can you?
some things don't get fixed.
That
There's someone I need you to meet.
Why me?
Your friend with the gun hurt my feelings.
You seem to be the most reasonable.
You're Christian Avasarala.
Yes.
Yes, she is.
The UN Deputy Undersecretary.
It's
Yep.
going to be very tedious if you remain this dim.
The
only way it can be stopped is out here, away from the politicians. Yes, I'm aware of the irony.
Okay, so you want me to go back and tell my CO to hail a UN admiral in the middle of a war?
Yes, exactly. Or Holden here can space the three of you for being such intolerable idiots.
There's
Honestly,
that.
I can go either way.
Come on, kiddo.
So what is this thing that you want me to show them?
Time is short and I'll be brief.
I'm more angry at myself than I am at him. I knew he was a lying pile of feces before I agreed to come.
Language? Your daughter's in the next room.
She said feces.
Feces was as nice as I
I'm
can.
sleeping, so volume 2.
I'm coming home. Right now.
I don't think you are.
You are the only thing that I know I'm doing right, and I need that right now.
We need you too. We love you. Come home.
I am on my way.
Like I said, nothing better happened to them.
Time is short and I'll be brief. Martian Defense Minister Korshunov suffered a fatal heart attack earlier this evening. Simultaneously, the MCRN Karakum, dispatched by Korshunov to take delivery of your protomolecule technology, was destroyed over Ganymede.
Oh, God.
And I gave the order. And I can give the same order to end your life.
I hope it plays out the way I want it to. It probably won't, but I hope it will. Hey, girl.
I just wanted to say thanks for having my back in there, Gunny.
Gunny.
Couldn't let them kill the only decent cook on this tub. Hey, sailor. Let's wage a war on that gut.
Did she just call him fat?
Saving everyone. You just can't stop yourself.
Isn't that the thing you love about him?
I'm glad you're okay.
Please.
I already said no.
I need to.
You cannot see him.
You're mean.
Mm-hmm. Oh!
I'll handle this. I know the type. Now, what's
I
going
bet.
on here, my little friend?
I want to talk to Katoa. If he's going home, he can say hi to my dad for me.
I have to ask Dr. Strickland.
The look on her face.
Katoa's in here.
Why do you say that?
I saw his nurse go in there.
Hmm. Oh, was Strickland lying? Okay. Yeah, let him in.
Open it.
Human trials are essential.
Oof.
Bandwidth and distance irrelevant. The limitations require input redundancy.
Take her.
What did he do?
Dr. Strickland? I'm sorry. I feel so weird. My hands. I didn't mean to. Inherent to repurposing. Disassembly reveals useful pathways.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Connected. The boy is talking to the rest of the protomolecule infestations.
Oh my god!
You are right to continue. He's the key to everything.
Okay. When I was talking about the Arbogast, and it being broken apart and disassembled like a diagram. Oh my gosh. I don't know if it's my positive nature to think that humanity will rule all and that like the good in people will overrule. It's not even that it's bad. It's not even that the protomolecule is bad. It's just not human. It doesn't have the capacity for humanity. It doesn't have that empathetic nature that I want it to have. Wow. Wow. Okay. A ship. Okay. A person. Again, the thing that I like love about Holden is that he wants to save lives, and that's me. You know, like I don't want to go to war. I would talk about it as much as possible and avoid the scenario completely. And you know, like when I say that I want Amos to roughen up the Martians that are trying to take over the Rocinante, that I know that Amos would not spare life in that scenario. If life is being threatened, he's not going to spare life. I know Holden would like to spare life, which is why he didn't shoot them, right? And Anna would like to spare life. The Secretary General would have liked to have spared life. Aaron Wright kind of just sees that as the cost of winning. But the protomolecule doesn't care. It doesn't see life as precious. It doesn't see it as meaningful. It sees it as something that needs to be studied, like the human body. Wow. The show has a way of blowing me away with its opening and with its closing. Because, like, not that, like, the show was full of hope by any means. This episode, like, started out, like, I'm blown away by the opening. I'm blown away by them, you know, getting to the Nauvoo and like doing everything that they did to like turn it in the air and to start retrofitting it. Like that whole opening sequence was just beautiful. Like I'm just blown away by it. And like the show, it just like it takes its time and it shows you these things. It's not like a long drawn out Star Trek the motion picture. What is that opening like 18 minutes of just like watching the Enterprise? Like it's a lot. This one had important like things that it was showing you. It was showing you how they can spin a ship that is still moving with momentum, how they can attach to it and burn certain engines to go a certain way to flip it over in space and have it facing in the right direction and then have it go in that direction, and while it's going in that direction, retrofit it. But then it like gives you the ending of like Katoa. You know, back when we were on Ganymede, I was just like, I feel like, you know, like they mentioned Katoa, and I was just like, I wonder if we're ever going to hear about that kid again. And then I was like, oh, we're going to hear about Katoa, yay! I didn't think he'd be the key. Poor May. Hopefully she only like looked at Katoa and not what was in front of him. And then Mao. Oh, right when I start to feel sympathy for him, and I'm like, you know what? Like maybe he's the key to like getting like the weapon out of Strickland's hands. Oh no, now he's full send. Like it's working. It's great. Go for it. He's the key. God damn it. Ah. Wow. So like I wonder, I can't be the only one that does this, that tries to predict the way that the show is going to go. It is so miserably wrong. everything that I think's gonna happen not only doesn't happen, but like it goes fucking sideways, adjacent, and to the left. It's a lot. Wow. Okay, well, I guess we'll go back to the Martians. I didn't even remember their names. I don't care. I probably need to know their names for the future, but like I'm just as somebody who's in the dental field, all I could do was stare at those two front teeth on that chick the entire time, which is not fair to her because we're individuals and our teeth are our teeth. But it was really noticeable to me as somebody who stares at teeth all day long for the past 20 years of my life. So just gonna throw that out there. I love how Bobby handled the situation. I really thought for sure that our two people that would like really push brute force were gonna push brute force. Like they were gonna like kick the shit out of these kids. And in hindsight, like, you know, Bobby kind of like keeping the calm and really talking them down. Like she knew that they were just kids. She knew that they didn't think this out. They thought it like one step ahead, but not enough steps ahead. And if Amos had been on the ship, it would have been lights out. It would not have been good. But we saw a moment with Prax on the Martian ship, the other Martian ship, that he just kind of throws the body to the ground, like he's almost like losing his own humanity, or like he even says to like Amos, like I wanted to make sure it wasn't May, and I didn't want to be part of her destruction. And he's like, now I can't say that. And you know, you see like Amos kind of just be like, what the hell? Like that's not normally the way that you are. And even then when Prax throws the guy to the ground and just acts like the dead body was like just garbage. Like you can see it on Amos's face where he's just like, what is happening to this guy? And I don't know if there's a lesson there for Amos, if he's going to start seeing Prax in a different light, or if he notices the change in the nature in Prax and doesn't want that to happen, and to do everything he can to get May back for him. So like maybe like this person that he was following, that he like saw like as like this little light, this little beacon of somebody that like he could like take something from, you know how Amos does, that like maybe, you know, like he'll get back to that. It's a lot about like humanity and empathy. The whole show I felt like was about that. The whole episode. Now, Aaron Wright, like I said, I feel really dumb because at the beginning I'm like, oh, I don't think he's just an evil guy twitching his mustache. I felt like he totally was that guy in this episode. The entire time, just cackling in the distance of like, like, you know, my evil plan is coming to fruition. Anna kind of giving it to the Secretary General. I guess I should call him Sorrento Gillis. I don't think I've ever heard anyone actually say his name is Sorrento Gillis, but maybe I should start. Secretary General Sorrento Gillis, SG. Either way it works. But Anna kind of giving it to him a little bit of like, I trusted you, and here I am again in the same position. And Aaron Wright, you know, her just pretty much saying like, you can shut your face. I loved it. But how Sorrento Gillis doesn't realize that he's being played by Aaron Wright, I don't know. I don't know if it's a politician stance, if it's a male thing to be like, okay, I guess now that I did this thing, now I gotta like really create this fight and I have to make it worth it, instead of just being like, I made a mistake, I'm sorry. You know, putting the blame on Mars is just not smart. And then saying like, oh, we should come together. Like Mars is gonna be like, did you just throw us under the bus and then say you want to join our team and like be one? No, that's not gonna happen. And really that's what needs to happen, is that they need to see each other as part of a cog in the system, that like, you know, everybody needs to do their own job, you know, like actually give Belters the respect that they deserve, and Mars and Earth stop fighting over everything and realize that they could like live in harmony in the system if they really wanted to. But the majority of them don't want to. Now Alex getting called out by the kids, pardon? You know, he's just like kind of like, what the hell? We're on the same team. And they are very much still under that Martian mindset, that military mindset is Mars is one, Mars is number one. And I don't think Alex really thought that that's how that was going to go down. I think he wanted to spend time with them because it brought him a little bit closer to home, kind of the thing that he was familiar with, that he was used to. And that's not how it went. You know, poor Alex. Him and Naomi had a couple moments where, you know, she's trying to win back favor. And it's not going to happen with Amos. He made that abundantly clear. That just there's some things you can't fix, Naomi. And I think she is fixing her relationship with Alex. I think she's trying with Holden as well. And I don't think Naomi's a bad person for wanting what she wants and for doing what she did. At the point in time, she didn't think she had any other choice. But, you know, hiding that torpedo and keeping it a secret was, you know, there's trust issues. And Holden says, you know, at least I know what Christian is. I don't know what you are. A lot of moments of distrust and reaches for humanity. The biggest enemies on this show are space and humans. I don't even think the protomolecule at this point is even like really that. I mean, it is a threat to humanity. It's all over the place. Anna has the message from Christian. I don't know if she knows it's from Christian. I have to go back and like look at that and see if it says who it's from. But the fact that we got that to her being a little bit of a word spin doctor, the fact that she can definitely turn a phrase. I don't know if she's going to be able to sell it to Sorrento Gillis now that he has delivered this speech. I don't know if she can say the right thing to turn him against Ehrenreich. And if she can, that's fantastic. I feel like Ehrenreich might be prepared for it because he's playing chess. The fact that they also gave it to the Mars kids to give to a UN ship, the Agatha King, to Souther, I think, oh man, it could go to Nguyen. And Nguyen is in Ehrenreich's corner. So I'm not sure if that will go well. That those kids might end up dead anyway. You know, Nguyen might have them killed anyway. Ugh. There's so many. I have so many hair pulling moments. I just keep wanting to like pull my hair off my neck because I have so much irritation that's happening back here. Okay, guys. I'm gonna be. This one's a thinker. This one's like one that like a lot happened. A lot of things were said. Alex is fat, apparently. That wasn't nice. But you know, I do like that the two Martians are getting along. But if I missed anything of this episode in particular, anything that I need to know, just give me more info to just confuse me even more. So, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below of anything that I missed. You can head over to my Patreon for a full-length reaction to this episode, as well as 2 episodes early. Which a lot of people have been raving about season 3. I know I kind of say like, oh, when people say stuff, it's kind of a spoiler, but the fact that people are saying that this is their favorite season, I don't think that's much of a spoiler in the sense that like I am on board. I agree. I mean, there are things in season 1 that I love. There are things in season 2 that I love. There's things in this season thus far, and I'm only 4 episodes in. There's 13 episodes in this season. I've got so many more episodes to go, and I'm so excited about it. How am I going to go to sleep after this? I can watch a horror movie now, and because I'm watching horror movies and I'm breaking it down while I'm watching it, it doesn't live in my head like it normally would. Normally those things would live with me and I wouldn't be able to sleep and I'd be thinking about it all night. This, even though I've broken it down and I've watched it, it's going to live with me for the next couple days. I'm just going to be thinking about it. It's amazing how this show, like, it's inception into my brain. I dream about it. I think about it. In the middle of the day at random, if I see something blue, I'll be like, Katoa. If I see blood tomorrow, I'll be like, Katoa. You know, there's going to be those moments. But other than that, guys, I can't wait. But I'll see ya.